The great souls disconnect, the grand war fought through subtleties. Love. Has it ever been easy, or were we busier with other parts of life to notice love like we do now? Love, friendship, and the internet in confusion. A poet takes you through a story. A love story? Not sure. A story you will love? Hopefully so. The grand war only fought through subtleties. Which is... I was so proud when I thought of that title, and that is the title to my third book. That I think that's what dating feels like. Like the grand war fought through subtleties, like the small things, everything becomes like a big thing. Because things are only objectively small or big depending on the meaning we attribute to them. And I think we've also done this, we've put a lot of things, we've gotten rid of love, and therefore we've filled a lot of feelings with meaning that aren't love. And it's an interesting, not even feelings, but attributes, like height. Who cares this much about height, whether someone is 6 foot tall or not? And looks, and this and that, and everything has become heightened because we've kind of denied ourselves our most baseline emotion, which is love. We've denied the fact that love just kind of happens, and it doesn't have this checklist, and it doesn't have what does this person have, all of the attributes I like, and it's some parts of love are a little messy, and some parts of love are a little bit closed in the sense of like it just matters if you feel it or not. And so I'll introduce this book. It's a book I really loved writing. It starts off with these two people on a date, and they both do the first date angry tango, and they both are like saying things but not meaning what they're saying, and just being kind of cryptic. And then the rest you're going to have to read because I am a writer, and so the idea of spoiling my own book before people have read it seems a little silly, so I'm not going to do that. And I just had not conversation with Amazon, but KDP, which is where I publish my books, which is on Amazon, didn't like the way I categorized my book because it was misleading, and I want to talk about that. So my categorization of this book was feminism. It's not really a feminist piece of work, but to me it is, because to me, if you look up the word definition of feminism, it's about the equality of the genders, and if one gender, even if it's not women, are doing worse, you kind of want to help them up. At least that's my notion of feminism, which is maybe a quite outdated one, but to me it was always the equality of genders, and seeing if both are equal, and if one is down or one is up, you help whichever one is down. And so to me that was feminism. Of course, I understand where Amazon is coming from and saying it's not a feminist piece of literature. I also want to give a trigger warning about the book. If you are someone who's quite sad, if you are someone who's in therapy, maybe have your therapist read it as well, or do it so you don't get lost in the story and lost in the sadness. This is a book about modern dating and about all of it, and it's quite interesting. I really enjoyed writing it. When I started writing it, I didn't know the ending, so that was quite funny to write a book. And I had like written out an outline, and I was certain about a certain ending. And then as I flowed with the book and as I was writing the book, I decided to go with a different one. And yeah, so that's that. And I really hope you go check it out. And if you are fed up with normal dating, and if you are looking for a piece of literature that tackles things like Tinder, like TikTok a little bit, my writing does do that. And I really enjoyed writing these two characters, and I do feel like if you are up for it, you have two new friends, although they may not be like forever friends, obviously, but I do think they're an interesting duo to have look at dating. And I don't know how much I want to spoil it. Well, they both date for a bit, it doesn't work out. And just stop listening now if you don't like any spoilers, but you're still gonna have pages and pages of stuff. They both date and it doesn't work out, and then they go to New York to study dating, and they hire people, and that's where I'm gonna stop because my shoes keep like making the worst sounds in the world. But they're both going on this quest of dating, and so if you heard any weird sounds, those were my shoes, I'm sorry. But they go on this quest of dating, looking, so they hire people, and they look at them, and they try to figure out what's wrong with dating and what's happening. And yeah, it's a quite interesting book, and I hope you go check it out if it feels a little bit like you, and I hope you check it out safely. I think there was a reason that Amazon wanted me to categorize it correctly, which is fair. And the guy's a journalist. And yeah, so go check it out.